The topics and opinions expressed on the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4WN Radio, its employees, or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4WN Radio.
Welcome to my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives. I'm Debi, your certified holistic health coach. I revitalize people's lives by helping them identify the root causes of their health and mindset issues and create a custom natural holistic strategy to address them in the areas of mind, body, and soul. As a health coach, I'm not allowed to say that I heal, treat, diagnose, or cure any diseases. I can certainly make your body more efficient by reducing symptoms. You'll feel better, be more productive, and enjoy life more. Not many people have released 70 pounds, had a health and mindset transformation, and kept fit and trim for over a decade. I have, and I have staying power. And it's been over 12 years. I even became a half marathon runner at the age of 51 when I never ran from childhood to adulthood due to foot pain. And I have done 9 half marathons so far. Mindset is the key to lasting change. As a certified holistic health coach, I revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I guide them to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrients. My coaching is for optimizing health, whatever area that is needed, releasing weight efficiently when it's needed, and enhancing your mindset. With my clients, I help them recognize that their thoughts, feelings, emotions drive their actions and results. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. That's why it's crucial to have a positive mindset in life. It's also imperative to manage those low vibrational emotions like fear, frustration, and doubt, because all that's going to do is slow you down and get you stuck physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like a hot air balloon that has balances, I help my clients release those emotional balances and baggage so they can uplift to a better, happier, healthier life. In turn, they are releasing their stress. They're getting healthier and they're reshaping their core beliefs. You will see and feel the differences with my coaching programs. Ask me about them. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DEBICHANGES as in victory es.com/linktree LINKTREE. And I'll guide you to that better, happier, healthier life with custom natural holistic solutions unique to you in the areas of mind, body, and soul. Have you ever struggled wondering why your animal is anxious, withdrawn, or off for no apparent reason? What if at these moments you're not just solving a problem, but it's an invitation for you to go deeper in connection and healing for both you and your pet? I'm excited today to have him as my guest, Beth Elsfelder, who is the founder of Spirit Wolf Energetics. She is a Reiki and an animal Reiki master and a healing touch for animals practitioner. Beth has over 25 years of experience helping people and animals create balance, healing, and a deeper bond through sessions and online classes, in person and online. Oh, I already said online, in person and online. And you will learn how emotional awareness, which I talked about in February, and energy can create harmony, health, and deeper bond with your beloved animals. Beth has created the Sacred Bond, Human and Animal Healing Circle, a monthly space where people and their animals can experience a calm connection and energy healing together. We will explore our emotional and energetic state impacts our animals, share inspiring transformation and reveal how people can bring calmer connection and vitality into their lives. Plus, she is a contributing author to 262 Mission Accepted and Awakening Your Power books. So, we'll be discussing the sacred bond, how healing yourself heals your animals. So, let's welcome Beth Elsfelder, the founder of Spirit Wolf Energetics, a Reiki and an animal Reiki master, and a healing touch for animals practitioner. Beth, there you
Hi,
are.
Debbie.
Welcome to my show. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a guest on your show.
Oh, I wanted you to be on my show, so I'm so happy you said yes. One thing for sure is I love animals. I have many pets. I have a cat. I have a leopard tortoise. I have an Amazon yellowhead parrot, saltwater and freshwater aquarium. And so obviously, because I'm a holistic health coach, I do have products for pets too. But today, I can't do what Beth does, which is, energetic healing for humans and pets. So we're going to have a great conversation, aren't we, Beth?
We are.
Okay. Now, when animals seem off, as I mentioned earlier, what may be happening and how can you lead healing for both the animal and the human?
Well, Debbie, animals exist on a physical, mental, emotional, and instinctual level. And when your animal's feeling off, once you have ruled out any physical issues with your veterinarian, then it's time to look at the mental, emotional, instinctual aspects. Animals respond to emotional and energetic shifts within their environments. And so they might just be reflecting what's going on with the people in the home or with something in the environment. So it could be something like reflecting stress, tension, or unprocessed emotions within the home. And they like to reflect that back to us so that we can deal with our emotions. They could also be responding to transitions within the home. It could be their favorite young human that they played with all summer is gone back to school and is gone all day. Or maybe that young human has grown up and now they have left the home for college or for a job in a new city. It could be holidays and, family and other animals coming into the home. It could be an animal companion that has been lost, or a new animal coming into the home. So all of these changes within the environment can impact our animals. And they also mirror us a lot of times. So things that are going on with us that we are not aware of yet, they can actually mirror that to us so that we can become more aware. And so I like to ask, when something's going on with one of my animals, what are they trying to tell me? What are they trying to show me? Because, when you look at it that way, when you broaden your perspective and try to understand your animal from a different aspect, you can recognize patterns that you haven't seen before. You can come to a deeper connection and understanding with them. And you can possibly find, if something in particular is going on, you can relate that to a certain part of the body. If you're familiar with energy anatomy, if something's going on with their digestion, you're looking at sacral solar plexus area. So you can look at that. But basically, when you expand your perspective like that, you are actually strengthening the trust, the connection, and the harmony between the two of you. And that's where the real healing begins, on both ends of the leash or both ends of the reins, because when you are helping your animal, you are also helping yourself.
No, you're right on that. It's so funny. My husband is a type A personality, and he runs around the house before we go on any trip to make sure everything's right. And so the parrot goes screaming. She's kind of like a little siren, and that kind of, puts the cat off balance. And, the tortoise doesn't seem to mind, and the fish don't seem to mind. But those two animals, um, the parrot is more territorial than the cat. It's kind of interesting how that worked out. But so it got to the point that my cat got very nervous about every time we went out traveling. And just like you said, somebody else recommended to me, and she actually does, healing with humans. But she said, have you ever tried to just sit down with the cat before you leave and talk to him and just say, you're going to be gone for a certain number of moons? And that works like a charm. So it's like a brushing session. I'll be gone for 3 moons. I'll point up, we have skylights, point up to the skylight. You can see the moons. And I'll be back in 3 moons or 10 moons or whatever. And it did help him get a little more comfortable. And animals really sense when something's going on with you as well. I guess I'll go on with the story. Just before this podcast, I just decided to take like a little power nap to relax a little bit. And my cat also went, meow, got up on the bed, started sitting on my, next to me, and started, I was petting him and things like that. And then all of a sudden he crawled over the other side. He started nudging me and doing that, what they can, making bread type of thing. And he just, enjoyed my time while I was up there taking a little bit of a nap. And, all his purring is just so relaxing to begin with. So I really appreciate that. So there is a connection between us and our animals, definitely.
Their purrs are very healing. The frequency of cat purrs, it's very healing to humans.
Oh, yes. Yes. I mean, he's like, and he's very much into patterns. You break the pattern of like a ritual at night, and then he'll come back. But the whole point is that we always have a certain routine with brushing and things like that before I go to bed, and then also brushing in the morning. So he just loves to be brushed. During COVID, I had a little graphic of him saying, "Keep calm, brush your cat."
Oh, I love that.
So I just love that too. So how do our emotions and energy affect our animals? We kind of covered that, but is there anything more that you may want to say about that?
Well, each emotion has its own frequency, its own vibrational frequency. And our animals are always listening to us, not always to our words, but they are paying attention to our energy and our emotions. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you're anxious or overwhelmed, you might notice a difference in your animal. Maybe they become more tense. Maybe they become more reactive. They can become unsettled. I noticed, when I was in a time of a lot of stress and I was under a lot of pressure, I noticed a lot of that. And it's funny because I have one cat that when I'm stressed, he will go to a different part of the house and hang out. And my other cat, when I'm stressed, he's here to help me. And so he'll come up and he's very clingy. He wants attention. He wants to play. He's very vocal. And if I don't pay attention to that, then he'll do like a little play bite, like, hey, I'm here and I'm trying to help you. So every animal has its own personality. And so how they react to our emotions is going to depend on their personality. But, one of the ways they show they care for us is by trying to help us by, they'll either absorb, they try to diffuse the emotions, they'll mirror them back to us so that until we catch on and pay attention to what's going on. Mm-hmm. So they carry a lot of not only their emotions, but they carry some of our emotional weight as well. And that's a lot to expect from them. And over time, it can result in some undesirable behaviors. But, I'm not saying that we all have to be perfect robots, because we're human and we're all perfectly imperfect. But the main thing, the main thing is just to be aware, to notice, to pay attention to your own emotions and your own energy, without judgment, of course. But just as you notice those things, to create a space for change to happen. And you can make small shifts over time that will end up having a positive impact on your animal and yourself. And that's the heart of co-healing. So when you support your own emotional balance, your animal no longer has to carry some of your emotional weight. And so you can both regulate your nervous systems and return to a more peaceful and connected state of being, which is really a lot healthier.
Yeah, it sure is. And it's funny when you said that your cat would give you like a little love bite to get your attention. I call them love bites. Like, I don't like them, but that's what they are. Because they hurt sometimes. But when I work late, not terribly late at night, but he thinks it's late because the sun went down, and the time change just throws him off. He doesn't know we do time changes.
That's true.
So he comes in my office. He goes, meow, meow. I'm like, okay, I'll stop working. And he's like a little tugboat that walks in front of me while I walk behind. It's the cutest thing. And he just wants to start that ritual and go to bed, And with the time changes, he doesn't really understand when it's 4:30 in the morning. But, I heard somehow they clear the room or something. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that's true or not. But, he's yelling at 4:30 in the morning and clearing the energy, I guess. I don't know. But that's what somebody's opinion on that was. And I went, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense.
I have heard that. I have heard that dogs are our physical protectors, and that cats are the spiritual protectors. So they actually do guard our energy.
Well, that's good to get that verified. But I think it made sense to me because, he just does that. But animals are just so, he's like my best friend. And my husband's my best friend too, but he's my pal. He's my shadow. He's always with me. And this is the second cat I've had that was like that. The first one was more clingy to me because he had epilepsy. And I noticed he would have epilepsy when there was a full or new moon. And the vet found that fascinating because I paid attention to the moon cycle. And but I always knew when that was going to happen. And also I raised him since he was like 4 weeks old. He was found. So I was like his mom. And when he passed away, that was really heartbreaking. He actually wrapped his paw around my finger saying, "It's okay, Mom."
Oh.
And that was really heartbreaking. So I'm trying not to cry now. But animals are wonderful creatures.
They truly are.
Even the ones in the wild. I have fun with squirrels. Don't ask me why. When I run, they run with me. So I'm like, hi, I got to go now. So I have fun with squirrels. Now to get back to the questions. Can you share a couple examples of people and animals you've worked with?
Yes. So there was a couple came to me. Their older dog passed away. They had 2 dogs. The older dog passed away, and the younger dog completely changed. He was hiding. He did not want to go for walks. He was not interested in playing with toys. He seemed really sad and withdrawn. And he was grieving, not only because we share energy fields. Our energy fields commingle as we live together. And so he was also carrying the couple's grief as well. So that was a lot for this little guy, and he didn't know how to respond to it. So we started off with, it was interesting because the husband was had a job, retired from a job that was very detail oriented and very scientific. So he asked a lot of questions, and it was hard for him to wrap his brain around energy work because you can't see energy. Most people cannot see it. So I answered a lot of questions. And then when we did the first energy session, he noticed a shift right away. About halfway through the session, he noticed something shifting. And so this little dog was able to release the grief over time, but also the couple was able to relax, knowing that, as they saw the changes in their dog, then they could step out of the fear about their dog, the concern, and also release the grief on their own. And so it was so wonderful to see that they got their playful, energetic dog back. And in time, they were able to actually open their hearts and their home to another dog. And it's just, it always amazes me how we impact each other. And if you look beyond the behavior and you really think about what's going on, look at it from a deeper level, it's just incredible. I get excited every time something like that happens because I love to see people and animals thrive.
Well, I do too, if I were you, but I love to see people thrive. And if animals, I love to see that, their bone and joint issues are getting better, their digestion is getting better. I mean, I even have something that helps my cat with hairballs. So it's a whole, it's really nice to see that. And then there's stuff that I can utilize that is like a mist that has essential oils for dogs. Cats are sensitive to essential oils. But in case those fireworks are happening. But yeah, it's really empowering when you're able to help people. I gotta admit that.
The other story, Debi, is actually my own story with my two cats. They are brothers, and I had a pretty intense season of loss that lasted several years. And I hear a lot of times, these are the top stressors in life, and I experienced almost every single one of those during that time, and it was a lot for me to carry. And I kept going, and I thought I was doing my best, and I sought out healing for myself. But I noticed over time that my cats, their behavior changed, and I noticed more discord within the home. They were being more aggressive in their play, chasing each other around the house. There was a lot more hissing and growling going on than what would be normal. And the harmony in our home had shifted. Something had changed. And I knew it wasn't just their behavior, but they got me to think about what's going on in my life. And I wasn't holding it as well as I thought I was. And so I started doing weekly energy sessions for all three of us together. And after a few sessions, we were able to create a more calm home, calm environment. I made physical changes within the home as well. And I noticed my own body starting to soften. I was able to release more of the stress and the grief and incorporate some habits within my life that were healthier. And at the very last session that we had during that time frame, towards the end of the session, I just felt called to, it was just an intentional pull to, let's connect us heart to heart. Let's do like a triangle of connecting all of our hearts together. And so I set that intention and did more of the work. And I saw the invisible cords connecting each of us heart to heart. And ever since I did that, we are now a more deeply connected family, the three of us. I like to call us the Three Musketeers. And, it just really shifted everything for us. And made things so much better, but it also changed the direction of my work a little bit too. So
that's a lovely story. Shifting out of that sympathetic nervous system into a rest and digest mode is exactly what you guys did. And that's why I always tell people it's imperative to release those low vibrational emotions of fear, frustration, and doubt. So their body is more efficient. So what you were doing is making yourself more efficient and bringing harmony with the other two.
Mhm.
They weren't so going. they were out of sorts, so to speak, because of what was going on with you. It's like, what are we gonna do about her? I don't know. Whatever the conversation was. But I'm glad that you found that, with that work of yours. It's interesting in my journey. I find a lot of different things on my journey as well that help people too. And it does help the animals too. When we are better and healthier and happier, they're happier as well.
Yes, I think the most important thing you can do for your animal is be the best version of you,
Mm-hmm.
and then create the best environment for them.
Yes, because they will be more calm and more loving, and and will seek you out more if you are in a better mindset and state of health. So, and
Yes.
they could do more with you. They will feel that way, whether it's a cat or a dog or horse or whatever. It may be a parrot. Now, tell us a little bit about the Sacred Bond Healing Circle. Who is it for? And how do people know whether to choose that circle or do one-on-one sessions with you, with your pets?
So Debbie, when I mentioned that the direction of my work changed, this is the Sacred Bond Healing Circle. It evolved from that healing experience with my cats, but also, I've been doing this work for a long time, and I've noticed that when I finish a session with an animal, I make sure that they are balanced energetically. And I noticed that animals who live in an environment where where it's calm, loving, and supportive, they can hold that energetic balance for a longer period of time than animals who become energetically balanced and then the next day, they're still in that situation of chaos or stress or anger, heavy emotions, whatever that looks like. So that was weighing on me for quite a while. And so I created the Sacred Bond Human and Animal Healing Circle. It's an online healing circle. It's designed for you and your animal to rest, reset, and heal together. And it is a place where you can relax, you can release stress, you can connect more deeply with your animal, and also be supported by a like-minded community. Every month we gather. It's a unique theme for each month, and we support things like navigating change, moving through grief, building resilience, and strengthening that bond that we have with our animals. The circle begins with a grounding and centering exercise, and that's followed by a shared energy healing experience, and then a gentle integration back into the space. I offer it twice a month on Zoom, and animals can be on camera, they can be resting off camera, or you can have a photo of the animal. That works just as well. And who it's for, this is for dedicated animal guardians and equestrians who see their animals as family. It's for heart-centered professionals who work with animals on a regular basis. It's for those who are new to energy healing, whether they share their life with an animal or not. It's a great way to try it for the first time in a group setting. It's for those who are navigating illness, behavioral shifts, transition, grief, or recovery with their animals. And so a circle versus a personal session, both paths create energy balance, harmony, improved health and vitality, and a deeper bond. I guess the best option depends on how much individualized support you're actually wanting. The circle again, you're with a group of people and a group of animals. And so that's great for if you want that group setting, and maybe just you're looking for a better connection with your animal, some stress relief and energy balance, a time to relax together. One-on-one sessions are perfect for people who need more personalized, in-depth work. So whether you're dealing with anxiety, behavioral changes, support for chronic issues, things that are more complex or urgent, that's when the one-on-one session might make more sense. So a private session is more personalized. The Sacred Bond Circle, that is more of a shared experience and ongoing support and connection.
Yeah, when it comes to group coaching or private coaching, it all depends, on the individual as well. Sometimes you learn a lot from the group because I can relate to that. And sometimes you just want it to be more private because don't want anyone to know. That's what it is like because I have, weight release coaching, whether it's private or a group. The group is actually like friendly camaraderie, where they're kind of competing against each other and learning everything. And then they kind of share information. And I share with them information throughout the whole journey. And sometimes it's via chat or it's like once a week on Zoom. But the whole point is other people who have learned things, oh, Debbie talked about this. And I'll say, perfect. Bravo, you remember that, and add into the conversation. But, some people just have a whole, menagerie of animals like I do. And, a bird is different than a cat, most likely. And a tortoise is like, other than him sniffing, you really don't know what's going on when looking around and things like that and walking around. You really don't know what's going on with him unless he's not moving and walking very well. But, I wonder how well you would calm a parrot. Have you ever worked with parrots before?
Yeah, it can help a parrot too. So normally with my one-on-one sessions, I include the guardian in the session. Even though I'm focused on one animal, I include the guardian. And I also include the other animals in the household. Since we're all sharing energy anyway, I include them in the session as well. And my focus is on the animal that I'm working with specifically, but the other animals can pull the energy they need into their own bodies for their health and vitality. So, and what I do is I do an assessment, energetic assessment before I start the session. And then I follow up by doing that again to reassess and make sure that everything's in balance. And even if I just include the other animals in the session and I'm not working on them with them directly, when I finish, they are balanced as well energetically with everything that I check. They are balanced. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing with parrots, at least, Amazons, they pair with somebody. They have their favorite human. And I'm sure that's like with every animal out there. And this parrot is actually, my husband is her favorite. And sometimes when she gets angry, she'll bite. When parrots bite, they hurt.
I bet.
Yeah. They can pull blood. They can really, make you bleed. And it gets my husband upset. But, my husband tends to be tense at times. And that's when it happens, I tell him, you need to calm down. Otherwise, she's going to bite you. Lo and behold, she bites him. And I don't know how that will work with a session with. I have a husband that is a biomechanical engineer and a son that's studying to be an aerospace engineer. And I call them digital thinkers. I don't think they really would understand energy.
I don't think energy can be difficult to understand because you can't see it. It's not like a pill you take or massage. You can see, the hands moving. But you don't really need to understand it. You just need to be open to it and accepting of it. and that's enough for it to do its work. The example I gave with the dog
Oh,
who was
yeah.
grieving, that couple didn't understand. And when they wrote a beautiful testimonial for me, he even said in that, I don't understand what you do, but I'm glad you do it.
That's wonderful.
So
Yeah. I'm just wondering about the parrot. They live a long time. Long time. When we first got her, it's like, oh, he should live for 45 years. Now it could be longer than that. And I'm like, oh no. And my son doesn't mind inheriting the tortoise, but I don't know about the parrot. So that's the only thing that is going to be an interesting thing to happen. So maybe we should all have a healing circle one of these days and get all of us together.
I would be open to that. That would be interesting.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get that to happen. But my son is in college, so he's in and out a lot. So I don't know if he'll be coming back here soon. But he really loves the cat, and maybe overly loves the cat. And I'm like, you need to put him down. He doesn't like that. But it's interesting how we all react to animals. And I guess I'm more of a person that senses what an animal is going through than other people in my household do. But I don't know anything about Reiki or what you do. So, I'm more of a person that wants to help people with health, and helping their pets with health is something I love to do too. If there's an opportunity, because I'm always a person that researches and finds things like, oh, well, you can use apple cider vinegar to dissolve a bladder stone. Really? I surprised my vet on that one. And she said, I should have thought about that. So anyway.
An open mind is a good thing.
Yeah. And with this last question, because we do need to wrap this up. I've talked too much. I apologize. What are some simple ways people can start supporting themselves and their animals energetically?
So I would say start with yourself. Pay attention to your own energy, your own emotions. So it could be a check-in throughout the day, practicing mindfulness and awareness of how you're feeling, taking the time, even just 2 minutes. What am I feeling right now? Are my shoulders hunched up in stress? Am I breathing shallow in a shallow way? Or am I, comfortable and relaxed and confident? Check in with yourself, because that's going to affect your animals. You can also, breathing is so important.
Yes.
So breathing with intention, taking time out to take those deep breaths, and, that's going to calm your nervous system, and it sends out the signal that it's safe.
Exactly.
Yes. Grounding your energy, of course, is important. So, people do that in different ways. Some people like to hug trees. Some people just like to have their bare feet on the grass. You can actually visualize roots going down through your body, through your feet, and connecting deep into the earth. There are things in the environment, a lot of things you could do in the environment.
Just being outside,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like playing calming music. I think that's so important. And there's actually healing music that you can access specifically for animals. And so that's one of the changes I instigated in my own house. And that really helped. And the thing is, cats and dogs, their hearing is so much better than ours. So you don't have to have it blaring. You can just have it so softly that you barely hear it, but the vibration's still going out there and it's still relaxing them and healing them.
Exactly. Well, what is your offer for my audience today?
Okay. I actually have 2 offers. So you have a choice. And the first offer is a 30-minute complimentary discovery call. And that is your opportunity. If you have questions, if you want to know more about energy healing or about the healing circle, if you want to talk about your situation with your own animals and whether this can help or not, that's a conversation we can have. And the link to that, I'll read it off. It's https://calendly.com/spirit wolf, that's WOLF, energetics, so SPIRITWOLF,
Okay.
ENERGETICS /discovery-call.
Yeah, and there's a QR code people can use too.
Yes.
And what's your other offer?
So the other offer is 20% off, 20% discount to attend the healing circle that's actually next week. We're going to be focusing on natural vitality. And the circle, you can either choose Wednesday evening on April 8th, starting at 6:30 Mountain Time, or Saturday the 11th, starting at 9:30 in the morning. And that is https://tinyurl.com/April healing.
And there's a QR code for that too. And QR code for that too. Well, those are
Yes.
wonderful offers. Thank you. You have been a wonderful guest. Would you like to be a guest again?
I would love to.
I would love to do this too again. So fantastic. Please stick around for closing remarks, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Now remember, I do revitalize people's lives in many different areas of health and mindset. I start off with their gut and mindset, but I can also help you with blood sugar, hormones, brain and heart, bone and joint, immunity. I help people with anxiousness up to athletes because I am guiding you to clean, toxic-free foods and high-quality essential nutrient products that reduce symptoms. You'll feel better, possibly release additional weight like I did. I released additional 20 pounds that made it 70. And it's going to uplift your mood. With my mindset coaching, I help you release stress, emotions, emotional entanglements. I'm there where you're reshaping your core beliefs if you need any assistance, and your mindset will be enhanced. With my health optimization and weight release, your body is more efficient. That is the mind-body connection that makes your heart and soul sing. So I do help animals too. Set up a complimentary consultation at Debi Changes Lives. That's DebiChangesLives as in Victory ES.com/linktree LINKTREE. And when you do that, you get to know me, I get to know you, and I'll guide you to your optimum health. And it does start with one or two health assessments. The first one is actually complimentary. It's the health evaluation where you rate your symptoms the last 30 days in 4 categories of health. Some questions overlap into multiple categories. Answer them all. And you will get a baseline score. Don't be scared of it. I will review it with you, and I'll create that custom natural holistic strategy for you that's unique for you for mind, body, and soul. That's a holistic natural approach. And we will use that to monitor your progress on a monthly basis. I do have several, like 2 different body scans, but I prefer to do the Zero Link because I can do it remotely and internationally. The scans have gone out to Australia and South Africa. The Zero Link is a transdermal optical imaging app. And what I do is I send you a link to your phone where you scan your face. It's only going right through your skin to look at blood flow, and it looks at energetic, functional, emotional components and different body areas and lifestyles. And that emotional one is such a hidden gem because it's actually connected, like anger is connected to the liver through Chinese medicine. It creates a wellness report of biomarkers out of range and products and services that bring it back into range. It's quite intensive, so I do review it with you. The cost of the scan is $75, and when you move forward with a product or a program, I give you a $25 credit. The Zero Link is a transdermal optical imaging app. also known as TOI. You could look up its accuracy at pubmed.gov. That's pubmed.gov for its accuracy. People are really amazed what their body tells them through the scan, and you'll be too. Curious? Get the scan done, or ask me questions at my consultation site. Now, also on my site are my programs. Take Your Body Back is a 12-week weight release mindset coaching program where you're utilizing a new version of you for your success. And all coaching is done on Zoom. The first one's private to you because I am a certified HIPAA health practitioner. All assessments are private to you. I go over the assessments. I give you a choice of 3 different programs. One includes a natural approach to the GLP-1 with no injections, and I'll explain that during that time. And then I will give you directions how you can do the programs on the one that you chose. I also give you instructions how to create that new version of you in an avatar board that will drive you with emotion and passion to achieve your health and weight and transformational goals. The rest of the coaching is the same, whether it's group or private. We'll be celebrating your wins. I'll be showing you how to use your boards, and I'll guide you over gaps with health and mindset tips. You will become a new you. You're welcome to ask me questions about this program on my consultation site because it's changed quite a bit. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, YFast is for you. It's an intermittent fasting program that gets your cells and body humming and turn boosts your metabolism with rich, dense nutrition and high-quality essential nutrients, and a program of exercises and recipes. At the consultation, you can ask me questions. If you feel like you need some coaching, there's a 2 or 4 week program to get you going and that you would need to pay for. If you want more coaching after that, you can just pay for more. You can also use these smaller programs for mindset enhancement as well as health optimization. But truly, the larger programs are more economical, or I can create a custom program for you through doing the smaller ones. And I also am offering NewCalm, which helps with bringing your sympathetic nervous system into your parasympathetic nervous system. So it's helping you with your energy, releasing some of those low vibrational emotions that you may have. And my cat just loved it when I was using Power Nap today. It's a patent neuroscience technology that is designed to help you balance your nervous system and perform at your best. It works with brain waves, gamma, delta, beta, theta, and it helps you, for instance, Delta helps you sleep better. I can offer you a 50% discount on it and a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, you can use that QR code or go to bit.ly/newcalm with a capital N, lowercase u, C for the capital calm, and then L for a capital lifetime, and then D for a capital discount. Or you can ask me more questions about this at a consultation, but that will give you a lot of information. Finally, learn more about alternative health services, products, programs, offers, articles, blogs, upcoming shows, events, and promos by subscribing to my newsletter, which is at debichangeslives.com. That's DEBICHANGESLIV as in victory, ES.com. This time, /radio TV show, all as one word in lowercase. And I give you a gift, a 30-day health and mindset daily action journal. You can also use that QR code there. This journal is where you can list your gratitudes, thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Also, you want to record your water intake, food, supplements, and exercising done on a daily basis, even track your measurements. Then you want to review it on a daily, weekly, monthly basis to see your wins and celebrate them. Find your gaps to work on. If you need some help bridging that gap, you contact me for coaching. This journal is a great health and mindset awareness tool. I am certain that you found this show educational, eye-opening, and enjoyed it. Reach out to me for my services, programs, products, and offers. And reach out to Beth for her services, choose one, and offer. Do we have time for Beth to come back? Welcome back.
Thank you, Debi.
Do you have any closing remarks for the show?
I guess I would just like to say, we each have such a huge impact on our animals, just with our emotions and our energy. And there are just some small changes you can make to really see a profound shift in your animals. And I hope that you will take advantage of the free gifts, and I would love to see all of you in the Sacred Bond Healing Circle.
Yes. And that would be, that would be so beneficial for you and your pet or your horse or whatever you want to do. Get parent. And, one thing that you mentioned about music is calms the savage, so to speak. And that's what's so great about New Calm. It does that too. So, I love sharing it with people to try to calm everything down because it does calm humans and animals, and it works with isochronic tones and binaurals combined together. It was used to be a medical device that was $6,000, and it's put into an app now, and it helped people not have anesthesia. So it's a great, fun product to have at the home. So thank you for being my guest today, and I will have you back. Okay?
Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it.
Welcome. Stick around, Beth. Now, continue to enjoy my radio and TV show, Debi Changes Lives, at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, where your holistic journey begins.